Right guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my 2022-23 end of season awards for Sunderland. Now this has been one of the best years I've been a Sunderland fan, for me anyway. Yeah, I've been a fan of the club for the last 11 years now. It's been a fucking roller coaster being supported, but last season was really good from start to finish. No worries about the season at all. Yeah, it had its low points as every season does, but overall very enjoyable, and we're going to be ending off the season once and for all with an award show. So we do have 9 categories. We do have Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Most Improved Player, Signing of the Season, Moment of the Season, Worst Moment of the Season, Goal of the Season, Game of the Season, and Flop of the Season. So without further ado, let's get into this. So starting off with Player of the Season, this was a pretty difficult one to pick because, you know, there was so many players we could have gone with here, but I think the player who probably I'd say deserved it the most, quite a harsh way of putting it, but for me it's got to be the man himself, Amad Diallo. What a season he had, in our top goal scorer, 14 goals as well. I think he got like 11 assists or something like that as well. Just unbelievable season from Amad. You know, he really announced himself on the English football stage, and yeah, he's currently been linked with a move to final, which is a little disappointing, but to be fair, he's got the prospect of playing in the Champions League next season, so can't really say no to that. Also had nominated, I also had Danny Bart and Jack Clark being probably the 2 runners-up for that award there already. So well done, Ahmad, you are my Player of the Season. Moving on to Young Player of the Season, again, pretty tough one to call. It was between 2 lads. I'm pretty sure you probably know who probably is the 2 nominees, but in an absolute squeaker, I went with Anthony Patterson. Now, Trey Hume was a very close second. Honestly, it was really tough to choose between the 2 lads, but for me, Patterson is the Young Player of the Season. I mean, to be fair, he played all 46 league games plus 2 games in the FA Cup as well, so he's played 48 games this season. And honestly, he's been unbelievable. Honestly, I had my doubts ahead of the season for him, but he's just been unbelievable. Like, I think he saved off 3 penalties as well this season, which is just unbelievable. Like, he's gonna be a future England #1 corner now. Like, him and James Trafford at Bolton, who is back at Man City now, but them 2 are gonna be England's future in goal. Obviously, unbelievable player this lad is, and yeah, except for Trey Hume was a very close second place. He's had a very good season as well. So well done, Pato, my Young Player of the Season. Moving on to the Most Improved Player, again a tough one. There was quite a few contenders for this one, because, you know, I'm basing this on mostly from if they were here last season or not. So the likes of Ekwan, at least they weren't really considered in the first for this award, but I suppose you probably could consider them for it. However, my choice might actually surprise you a little bit. I've gone with Dennis Sergin. Now, again, this is completely up to interpretation, you know. Some people may argue that Sergin had a good year last year, so he wasn't really that much improved this year. Some people might have gone with Luke 9, who, again, was a very close second choice. But I don't know, but, you know, when Sergin, when he was playing, because albeit he has had his fair share of injuries this year, when he has played, he's been fantastic. I mean, like, going forward as well, we saw how good he can actually be going forward. Like, we didn't really see that much from him in League 1 last year, but this year, he chipped in with quite a few goals. He scored against Wigan, that's header against Millwall, which actually fucking knocked them out. A fucking brace against West Brom. I don't know if it wasn't a brace. Yeah, it was a brace against West Brom. Mental. Yeah, unbelievable player, and also defending as well. He's just had a really good season. Really great stuff for me. And Dennis Sergin, for me, you are my Most Improved Player of the Season. However, Luke 9, as I said, still a close second place as well. Now, going in for signing of the season, I've got a feeling this one's going to cause a bit of a stir in the comments, just because I'm only doing permanent signings. However, if I was including loan signings, which we only actually got 3, like, there's this huge myth that we've got like a bunch of players on loan, but we've only had 3 players on loan this season. And if I was including loan players, I probably would have had Ahmad as the winner, but I didn't really want to do that because it just would have been a bit stupid. So I just narrowed it down to permanent signings, and I think this one's probably going to be pretty easy one. I don't see many people disagree with me on this one. Dan Ballard, again, fair share of injuries this year, but again, when he has played, he's been a brick wall at the back. Him and Danny Bart have got a hell of a partnership, And to be on next season, maybe back three with them two and Adji Elise as well. It's just, it's gonna fucking be dangerous next year. I'm looking forward to next season already. It's a shame that you've got to wait like a whole fucking 2 months or so now for the season to start. I just want it to start now. It's just, again, unbelievable year from Dan Ballard. £2 million as well, absolute fucking steal. When you take into consideration that's what Wolves want for Dylan Anderson, I think we got a bargain with Dan Ballard, absolute massive bargain. Just unreal. Fantastic bit of business there. Now, moment of the season, again, this was a tough one to pick. There's just so many we could have gone with. However, the winner I've gone with, sorry, that didn't make any sense, sorry. The one that I've gone with was beating Luton in the playoffs semi-final first leg. I mean, just the fact that we were there in that position, you know. I was like, at this point of the season, our squad was just fucking plagued with injuries. We had no centre-backs, no proper strikers. It was like a bare bones squad. And the fact that we managed to go into the fact that we were 90 minutes away from fucking the playoff final, it's just unbelievable. And just at home, you know, when Diallo's with absolute screamer, Hume scored a really nice header as well to win it 2-1. Just unbelievable game, brilliant atmosphere for me, and for me that takes the cake for moment of the season. Again, there's so many more we could have gone with, you know, actually qualifying for the top 6, you know, beating Preston 3-0, getting in the top 6 up there. Also beating Rotherham 3-0, Mowbray's first game, just after everything that happened with Alex Neil the couple of days beforehand, you know, just absolutely smashing Rotherham off the park in that game, which is really good to see. And also, you may not agree with this one, but also fucking Jewson Bennett scored against Watford. Just, it looked like it was fucking pure limbs in that away end when that goal went in. Honestly, that was a pretty close contender between obviously Hume's winner. But yeah, just overall, a lot of moments of the season which I probably missed a lot of as well. It's just great season, really was a great season. Honestly, too much to choose from. Now, worst moment of the season, again, a couple of contenders for this one, but for me is probably the 5-1 home defeat to Stoke. Now again, could have went with all the injury crisis this season, but for the most part we seem to cope with those injuries, albeit it's not the best sometimes, but I don't know, it's just the Stoke game, you know. It's just, you know, Alex Neil's return, things just didn't go right on this day. It's just like everything that could have went wrong. And honestly, after that Stoke game, I generally did not see us picking up any more points this season. But honestly, from this game, we just went from strength to strength and only lost once more in the regular season after this game. So you gotta give credit to Mowbray and the players for, you know, they dropped an absolute stinker in this game. They came back and yeah, you know, you can't really fault them at all. It's just unbelievable stuff. Game of the season. Again, so many contenders for this one. There was just so many fucking contenders for this one. But for me, I actually gone with the 3-0 win against Preston. Game of the season. Now, again, loads of contenders. You know, again, the Luton game in the playoff semi-final. Could have went with that. Could have went with the 3-0 win away at Reading. Even the 4-0 draw against Hull. That was just a crazy game. 0-0 draw with Burnley. Oh yeah, 0-0 exciting, but you know, keeping a clean sheet. At Turf Moor being the only away team to do that this season, I believe. So yeah, it's just so many games which again I'm probably not even thinking of. Most of them, he beating Middlesbrough at home, finally beating Borough after what 10 years, how long it was. Just so many contenders for this game this season. It's been an unbelievable year, it really has. Again, goal of the season, like we literally could have had our own goal of the season competition. Like there was just so many absolute screamers, yet not one of them was nominated in the EFL awards, which was just an absolute piss take. It really was. Like how we did not get a single goal nominated, not even nominated. But yeah, I think to be fair, although there were so many goals we scored this year, there's only really one goal that can really win it. It had to be Jack Clark's goal against Reading. You know, just unbelievable team goal. It literally was fucking liquid football. Like I must have watched that goal so many times. Like even the day after in work, I was watching that goal so many fucking times. It was just unbelievable. Like, again, Ahmad scored quite a few bangers. You know, Wigan away, which honestly, to be fair, I think Ahmad's goal away at Wigan's quite often forgotten about because there's just been that many good goals. His goal against Luton, that I mentioned before. Preston, he scored a bastard banger against Coventry as well. Alex Pritchard's goal against Huddersfield away was just another brilliant team goal. Dennis Sergen's second goal against West Brom. There's so many brilliant goals we've scored this season. It's been a joy to watch, really it has. But for me, Jack Clark, Edge's goal. It just how that goal wasn't fucking nominated for goal of the season, I don't know. I really don't. Now, finally, we do have the flop of the season. Now, again, this one's pretty hard to choose because, yeah, not many players have actually flopped the season, but yeah. Right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. You know, this was just like a little, nice little video just to end off the season with. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What would you have picked as your category winners for these categories I put on in this video? And just before I do go, I just want to thank you guys so much for the insane support this season. Like, it's been a really good year for the channel. We're hitting, we're constantly getting really good views. It's been a really good season for the channel. So hopefully, going to be keeping that up for 2023-24. And I'll be honest, guys, this is probably going to be the last video I'll make for a while. Season's finished. Just not much I can do to really end the season off. The next video is probably going to be when the fixtures come out, which again not till end of June. So I've got about 3 or 4 weeks before my next video, so I'm just gonna put that out there. But again, thank you guys just again for this insane support this season. Hope you have enjoyed the channel. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.